Okay, hello. It's me again, Burtus. Burtus. Burt. Today we're going to be playing a game for your entertainment. Today I'm going to be playing a game for your entertainment. You guys are just gonna sit there and watch me, like you usually do. Anyway, today we're gonna be playing the Stanley Parable. Apparently it's a story about a boring guy who pushes buttons. Can't relate. Well anyway, I'll get the game booted up and you guys can watch me, do the thing, you know. Oh. Okay. Hear a bunch of ringing tones. Let's go into the settings and see if we can't do anything with the audio here. I already tried to entertain myself. Alright, let's try that. Let's try that for now. If it's too loud, then I'll... Well, let's begin the game. The end is never. Hello?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, boy.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
Such a dumb
telling
job.
him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month.
A monkey could do that job.
Year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Cool.
And Stanley was happy.
Where'd my mouse go?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Something
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Oh.
Something he would never quite forget.
Exploded or whatever?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
And then the monitor
No one had showed up
right?
to give him instructions, call a meeting, or
Just
even
nothing-
say
something
hi.
boring.
Never in
keeps
all his years at the
boring.
company had this happened.
What?
This complete isolation.
Cool.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen
Nothing's
solid,
wrong.
Stanley found himself
Maybe.
unable to move for the longest
Actually, this
time.
would be my biggest fear.
But as he came to his wits
Especially
and
considering I'm in
regained his
space.
senses, he got up
If
from his
I-
desk and stepped out of his office.
If everyone in the... Oh, shoot. Wow. This is sensitive as fudge. Hello? Oh, hello. Boink, 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 boink. I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit here and do nothing for the rest of my life. That's what I'd do. If I was... yeah. How do I make this... How do I make this not... sensitive? How do I make this not sensitive though? Like... Low dexterity mode. Blah, blah, blah. Never mind. Forget it. I'll just... I don't want to do this. Can I just close the door? I could do that, right? I could close the door, right? Oop.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Exactly.
What if he had to make a decision?
This happened, I would just
what if a
lock myself
crucial
up
outcome
and I
fell
would
under
start
his
to that.
responsibility? He had
Yes.
never been trained for that.
Yeah.
No.
Wait a minute.
This couldn't go
I set the
anywhere
time,
except
but it's
badly.
not the time that I set.
The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing
Jump.
will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
Let me jump.
In here I can be happy forever.
Inbox.
I
What's
will
in
be
this?
happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed. Then
I
days.
hate Mondays.
Had years gone
File
by?
cabinets.
He no longer had the ability to tell.
This is exactly
But the
how
one
it
thing
would
he
go
knew
with
for
me.
sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the
it would go.
answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would
After
arrive.
this, I gotta recalibrate something
Soon,
really quick.
very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do.
No.
Now it's just a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Now it's even closer.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Okay, like I said, what was the point of setting the time if it wasn't even gonna register it? Ugh. Hold on, I gotta recalibrate something. Okay, hopefully that works. is still way too sensitive for me. I'll work with it. Do I really have to do something? Fine. 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 Ugh, Jesus. 429.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I'm gonna turn off all the computers, though. Pencils! This guy obviously has the worst job in this place. Like, there's something very deeply wrong. Can I get out of here? Jump, right? No. Can't jump. Can't jump. Maybe I can press myself against the chair and maybe the game will reward me by letting me get on top of it. Oh! Wow! I did something. Already this is proving to be pretty spectacular. Awesome. Whoa, wait a minute. Where am I? Where'd I go?
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map.
No,
until he heard this narration
I didn't break anything.
And realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Yeah.
He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure
what I thought
and
was
its examination of
up,
structural narrative
in a
tropes.
Weird place.
So, now that
Where
you're
is
here,
this?
what do you think?
Where is this?
Isn't this a fun
What am I
and
doing
unique
here?
place to be?
No.
Why don't we take a minute just
I
to
hate
drink
this.
it all in?
Why can't I?
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes, I am.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Hold on.
There once was a man named Stanley.
I'm Burt.
Who people considered so manly.
I'm not that.
But the truth must be told, he was not very old.
I'm 30.
And was quite particularly gangly.
Well, that's true.
What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton.
I like
He did
coffee.
it all day in a meaningful way.
Meaningful way?
But his brain had long ceased to function.
Well, that's also true.
Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
Nice.
You too
Sorry, I'm wiping my nose.
will become
Bit of a
quite
cold
unbearable.
Still. Nice. Oh, your guitar playing, it's beautiful. This is where I'd whip out my guitar and play along with you, but unfortunately I don't have it on me right now. Fine, Michi. I'll be sad because you said so. Whatever. Yes. What I find really concerning is that he works in a room that's not very lit at all. What the heck? That is so weird. Should I just close the door and do that one ending again? 428. Is this my boss? Is this guy my boss? I'm just gonna close the door. Whoop.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Well, whatever. Just those. Art. Ah, here we go. Yes. This guy's doing him his paint on the job. Obviously. I have to turn that off so he doesn't get caught. I'm no narc. What? Awaiting him. For what? Well, awaiting input. Oh, there's doors back there. I want to go. Let me... Surname access. Wow. I hate Mondays. Everyone here hates Mondays. What the heck? Mondays are the most miserable part of the week, which is why I love them. Ooh. Let's see, sales start quarter. Hold on, I gotta wipe my nose again. Gross. Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Or I could just go back the way I came. I could just go back the way I came. I could just go back the way I came. I could go back, I could go out the window again. Would that be fun? Just gotta get on the box. I just gotta get on this potted plant. Okay, hold on. Okay, now I'm confused. What do I do? This is why I don't like playing games like this. I have to do things. What if it's a trick? What if it's like that one cow meme? The illusion of choice. What if it's like that? What do you think, chairs? What about you, filing cabinets? Oh man, the isolation's already killing me. I'm personifying the filing cabinets. I'm going this way. But 413. Your potted plant is a little more menacing than usual. Most of these people are working in the dark. You should not do that. If you're wearing blue, especially if they have the screen, bright screen, you're gonna get like horrible eye cancer or whatever. Hello. Yes, I do enjoy the white void that exists at my office.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
It's just like our world. It's like where I work. Everyone's like all organized and all that. Or is that right, copy machine? I think that's a stupid idea. More water cooler healers. Throw something in the idea bin. No more bins. 30 firing of me. Ideas bin. It's a recycling bin. Number of slides on the side. What the heck? It seems important. Hello. Change, please. Rate at which charge on the same slide depict the same information. Uh-huh. I see. The rate of increasing graphs per slide. What? No more charts and big. Oh no! They take it over! Ah, yes. They take it over. Please do not steal. Oh, jeez. You can't say that to a top hat. Now I gotta steal this mug. The game won't allow me to. Alright. Well, I guess I'll just leave it here. Broom closet. Oh, there's the broom. Hi.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Of course. But I'm not sure. There's duct tape in here. You know, narrator, why don't we play hostage situation?
There was
you
nothing
come down
here. No
I'll tie
choice
you
to
up
make,
and put you
no
in here.
path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still
I'll
be
continue
here.
the game without you, which is going back to my office and pushing buttons. Yeah.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Well, yes,
he wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Oh, well, now when you put it like that, I'm blocking myself in the broom closet. You can't get me out of here if you try. You can't get me out of here.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing?
Yes.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
You know, the pipes.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Apparently I got an achievement for getting an achievement.
I never would have thought to mention it.
What? Wrenches. Oh, I like these.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, Did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite.
Why is the text
I hope your friends find this concerning.
No, my friends find everything I do concerning, so honestly, this isn't any different from how I usually am.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Wait, I thought you said it was
He probably only
gangly.
got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
I am stupid.
That or with drug money. Also,
no,
Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Well, there is drug money involved in what I do, but...
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now.
Am I reading this right?
You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
I have died.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
I'm completely and utterly dead.
Anyone who happens to be nearby,
you know, this is awkward,
the person at this computer is dead.
Yes.
They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Should I? I should. Should I? Yeah, I should.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
Oh wow, broom closet!
You too.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
This is exactly what I wanted.
I'm at the mercy of an entire species of
Burt
invalids.
Curtis 2.
Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
We'll claw your face off and kill you. Yeah, whatever. That was fun. Stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You know, I could just go downstairs. That's easier. It's a lot easier than upstairs. Whatever. I don't care. I don't really care about my boss.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
Pretty much.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh, no, you're right.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
And for that matter, very weird
these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Were
they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that it had been on the tip of his tongue.
I won't starve down here.
He just hadn't found the words
That's
for
all
it.
I'll say.
I'm dreaming!
Cans of the cold drinks will be my
this is all a dream.
1, 2.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, yes, finally! Yes!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield. And
Stanley, get on top of the car!
It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
What is it?
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Stanley too weak to move
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
This is stupid.
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
This isn't a
How
dream.
could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
What?
Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
No,
Stanley is as awake right now
I don't take
as he's
responsibility
ever
for myself
been in
even
his
when
life.
I'm awake.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to
I
Stanley.
wish I had a voice.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt,
That's
that this
what
was in
described
fact a
Burt.
dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
am I just
How else
ignoring
would the
the
voice
narrator
explain
right
all
now?
that? This voice was
just-
a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
I-
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Guys.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Yes.
Let me wake up,
Cool.
he thought to himself.
Nah. I'd
I'm
rather
through with this
stay
dream.
asleep.
I wish it to be over.
Sleepy.
Let me go back to my job.
Forever and ever.
Let me continue
Let me
pushing the
sleep forever and
buttons.
ever. I'll push
Please,
buttons in my
it's all I
dreams.
want. I want
Please.
my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal.
No,
I am normal.
nothing about my life.
Everything will be fine.
Nothing about my life.
I am okay.
It's normal. I keep transitioning to emotions that I don't have.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me
No,
up.
this
My name
seems
is
pretty
Stanley.
normal.
I have a boss. I have an office. I am real.
This
Please,
seems
just
pretty
someone
normal. Just
tell
look
me
at the
I am
ceiling,
real. I
Stanley.
must be real. I
This is
must be.
very
Can
normal.
anyone hear my voice? Who
very
am I?
normal.
Who am I?
Well,
And everything went black.
I didn't know this was a horror game. This definitely reads like a horror game.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Excuse me. I still have a cold.
Mariella woke up
Who's
on a day
Mariella?
like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh,
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted
Why
by
does
the
this
body of a
image feel more
man
3D
who
than
had
it
stumbled
actually
through
is?
town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed
so
dead
that's
on the
what
sidewalk.
happened. I was
And
in
although she
town.
would soon turn to go
and I
call
just
for an
hallucinated
ambulance,
the whole
for
thing.
just a few brief
silly.
moments, she considered the strange
That
man.
is so silly.
He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Yeah.
And in that moment, she
looks
thought
like
to herself how lucky
me
she
trying
was to be
transition
normal.
emotions 'cause I'm
I
still
am
not used to
sane.
that.
I am in control of my mind.
Hold on.
I know
Figure
what
this
is
out
real
real quick.
and what
Do I
isn't.
have to feel sad about this?
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring
keep
down
those
at the
takes in.
body. And
My
then she
emotions
turned
are
and
very
ran.
hard to understand. You can't understand my emotions. You can't. You can't at all. Whew. Well, that was heavy. Honk. So am I gonna just go back to this? I'm back here. What the heck?
All of his co-workers were gone.
What's the point?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Copy machine. Maybe if I keep bullying it, it'll do something. Start name access. Let's just turn that off. What? Mother. Fuck. Playing MS Paint again, huh? You know, I'm beginning to think that Stanley's coworkers aren't gone; they're just invisible. Or maybe he's doing that crazy thing like earlier. You know what? I'm going to the right this
When
time.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I know everything.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Obviously.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Wow.
It had really been worth the detour after all,
Yes.
just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate,
swear.
beautifully constructed room. Stanley
the
simply
point?
stood here,
I
drinking
checked
it
the
all
time
in.
and it's not even reflecting. Can I have some drinks? I can eat the cans, just like I ate that mug.
Yes, really,
Oh,
really
hey, there's
worth
a
it
number
being
one
here in the
dad
room.
bug. Oh,
A room
whoops.
so utterly captivating that even though
Windows.
all your
Behave yourself.
co-workers have mysteriously vanished,
Number one
here you sit looking at
dad.
these chairs and some paintings.
I
Really
hate
worth it.
Mondays. Everyone hates Mondays here, including. Ooh, what's that? What's that one? Let's see. Who
At this
farted?
point, Stanley's
That's a good
obsession
mug.
with this room bordered on creepy
That's a
and
good
reflected
mug.
poorly on his overall personality.
You know what? I'm
It's
creepy,
possible
but
that this is
you
why
are
everyone
just an
left.
idiot. At least I'm not narrating people's lives like a loser. Coffee nut. I think I have a mug like that.
Stanley sat
Hashtag-
around waiting for more dialogue. But when a
Oh,
long
it's
time
probably
had passed and there was no more,
Hashtag dad.
he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Nah, I think it's saying that I need to stay in this room forever and maybe pitch a tent and eat some cushions. At this point, that's the only. I have a mug like that. Can I get on the chairs? Can I at least sit on the chairs? Fine.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room
I
and took the
sense
first open door on
sarcasm
his
there.
left to get back to business.
What? Oh. What's in there? I'll find out later. I want to do that.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Ah! Ouch. Okay, I'm not doing that again. But this looks more interesting. I've already been in the meeting room. It's just a bunch of slides that become self-sentient or whatever. I'm going in this. I'm going in this. I get to push a button, and there's an elevator. That is very good for me.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
No.
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
That sounds
so
exactly
now in order
like
to
me.
get back, he needed to go,
Wait, you don't know? Weren't you the one who wrote the story?
From here, it's, left.
Ah.
Oh, no.
What?
No, it's to the
There's
right.
a
My
cardboard
mistake.
box in there and everything. Jeez. Oh, more cardboard.
No,
What?
no, not the right. Why would I have
What?
ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
No.
It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Nah. What the heck?
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right.
No, I'm pretty sure I went to the I went sideways
I've
a
got
bit.
it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh, more cars. How'd this one get in here? Isn't this like the bowels of the complex? What happened? Oh, you know what? I just thought of something, but I'm not gonna say anything until later. Let's see. What? Oh, monitor room. Is this my job?
No,
Hey.
no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here
Whoa.
yet. This is all a spoiler.
Wow.
Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
No, I gotta keep looking.
Okay. We just get back to, oh.
Wait,
Who am
what's
I
that,
kidding?
What's that weird?
It's all rubbish
Speaker.
now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time,
shouldn't
suppose we
restart. This
don't
looks
wander
cool.
so far off track, Okay.
This looks
from
exactly
the
like
top.
my job, only worse. Whoa. Jeez. Everything is... I'm gonna throw this mug.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
The computer
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
Hello?
had simply missed a memo.
Oh, this important thing that's downloading looks very important. Deleted. Wait, is that Pikachu? I like work. I just hate my boss. No, that's not true. My boss isn't that bad. A bit persnickety, but you know, most bosses are. Like this. Filing cabinets. And then this. And then this. Alright. I'm going to the left this time.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
No.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely
This is
fresh.
supposed to happen.
Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room
Shit,
with all the
I
monitors?
don't know.
Did you move the story somewhere, or...
I didn't do this.
Hold on. Why am
Shit.
I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the
I
story.
don't want to do this anymore,
It was
guys.
right here just a minute ago. I know for sure
This
that it's
isn't
here
what I wanted.
somewhere. Okay, then.
Why are there so many
it's
now?
an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Fine, let's find the story. Jeez. There's too many hallways. I don't like this. Ew. This is the back rooms. Was I tricked into playing the back rooms? This is aggravating. What the heck? What the heck? That doesn't make any sense. This is... door.
I'll say it.
Yeah.
This is the worst adventure
took the
I've
words
ever
right out
been
of my
on. I
mouth,
can promise you
bastard.
there
Jeez.
definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely
Jesus.
that we'll ever progress by
What the
starting
frick?
over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
This is stupid. What the heck was that all about? Oh, God, I hope that...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This important download that is happening. It's just to mess with people, you know. Ugh, Jesus. That was awful. That was awful, awful, awful. That was,
Okay, yep, it's worse.
What are you talking about? This
I
is
might be
fantastic.
remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
No, I'm pretty sure we don't need to look for the story. I think this is good the way it is. There's no doors. I can just go back into my office and keep pushing buttons. Hi. Just gonna keep pushing buttons. Like I always do. Oop. Yep.
Aha!
What?
I knew we'd miss something.
Where's my
The
office?
story.
Where's
Here
my
it comes.
office? What the heck is going on here? What the heck? I'm going around in circles. This non-Euclidean
No, wait,
office
never
is
mind.
so weird.
Not the story.
What the
Okay,
frick?
let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Fine. We'll go that way. This is a lot of walking for me, you know. I'm getting sick of this. What? What the hell? Hello? Hello?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Is this the story?
No.
I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Oh, I'm trapped
Well, do you
in
know
here now.
what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about
Trapped in
this?
here. Get me out of
You
here.
win! Congratulations!
Yes! I am the
I
best.
know you put in a
guys,
lot of hard work, and it
I
really
beat the
paid
game,
off. So,
finally.
good job.
I hope you guys don't give me a crap for
Oh,
not beating
no.
this game.
No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Oh.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
No, I
Some
put in a
people
bunch
win fair
of work.
and
I
square,
walked up your
and
feet
this was
and
not
then
one
you
of
told me
those
I won.
situations.
So, you know.
Okay?
Obviously.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't
no,
care
it's
what might
fine.
happen this time. I have to restart.
Alright, what the... A line. The Stanley
All right,
Parable
I've got a
Adventure
solution.
line.
This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Cool.
Just
I
follow the
don't
line. How
think
simple is that?
We should be trusting big yellow lines, but sure, I will follow it, I guess. Let's go this way though. I'm done. Let's just go back. I wanna go to the doors again.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
There's a trademark line TM. Can I close this door? What the? Oh, good. I thought I locked myself out of this. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh, we finally get to enter this office. Oh, this guy's playing solitaire. Deleted. Oh, deleted. I said deleted. Ah, Jesus. There. That will work. For now. Aw, man. Now we're exploring the part that I wanted to explore. And that guy was playing solitaire, so I caught him red-handed. He must be the boss, though.
You see?
So he could get away
the
with
line
that.
knows where the story is.
Okay.
It's over in this direction.
Probably.
Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination,
Yeah.
even if there's no story there?
Yeah.
Or to put it another way, is the story of
face.
no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can
talking about
both agree
confusing
that the
things.
nature of existence is in fact
This is-
a byproduct
this
of
is
one's
not-
subjective experience of that existence,
Cool.
right?
Nah.
Okay. Now, if my
Wait,
experience
where am I
of
going?
your existence rests inside of your subjective
office is
experience
very
of this
horribly
office,
non-Euclidean.
is this office in fact the
No,
skeleton
it's-
of my own relative
whorehouse, and I'm
experiential
not sure
mental
how to feel.
subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
No.
Well, I'd like to apologize.
I want to go to
Not
the
sure where I was
stairs. Where do I
going with all
climb
that.
up?
You know what? I think what we need right now
Oh,
is a bit of
cool.
music to lighten the mood.
Play some, no, not this! No, not this! I hate this down. This sucks. How am I supposed to call this? I don't think this is an office. I think this is a whorehouse. 007. 6. The numbers don't make sense. This is very, very concerning. This is... Who works here? Jesus.
Cut the music.
What?
Go back and look at that fern.
Cool. Okay.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Really?
Make sure you study it
steal it?
closely and remember it carefully.
Let me
You
steal
won't
it.
want to miss anything.
Let me steal it. I could steal the fern. That way we'd never have to worry about remembering it. You know, just saying. Nothing! That was awful. That music was awful. I hope I never have to hear it again. What the? Were we just here?
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
What?
No. No.
420.
Line. You do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a
Can't
bell?
go in there. The line is not cooperating with me. The line's not cooperating with the narrator either. The door's still closed. Let's open it back up. Let's go to the door place.
Still missing the doors.
I can make a door.
Did we
just
make a mistake following
give
the
me a
line?
hammer.
Perhaps we could have found the story on our own.
Nah. The line obviously knew what it was doing, somewhat. But the music was stupid. You shouldn't have played that, narrator. I wish I didn't have to hear that with my own ears. Anyway. What?
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us?
Yes.
And after we trusted you, after
How could
everything
you?
we've been through,
How could you non-sentient line that
I can't
has
take
no
this anymore. To hell
emotions
with
or
it.
feelings?
Restart.
Oh, jeez. Well, let's go again. I like this line. Already.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's
me
it
go.
ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
No.
Why can't we make up our own story?
No.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
How about I yawn first and then I'll think about it. Okay. Let's go.
Now, yes,
Yes.
this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
I want our story
Go
to have more
wild.
posters.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be,
my
Stanley,
imagination says
I'm
this-
ready for it.
This hall needs more posters. It's more non-Euclidean shit, Jesus. What the heck? What the heck is going on? I don't understand. Okay, hold on.
Oh, no, not you again.
You
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line
You
from
damn-
having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just
this-
don't acknowledge it.
I
We should
don't-
be fine.
Okay, hold on. Let me look at the ceiling. Oh, jeez. I'm not acknowledging it. Oh, not acknowledging it. Not acknowledging it. Fine, I'll acknowledge it. Sir, I'll have you know that if it was up to me, I would have just given up already.
Ah, A choice.
round
We
room.
get to make a decision.
like this.
From here, the story is in our control. How important we
What is-
mustn't squander the opportunity.
What
In
kind
fact,
of
I
office
believe
is
I need a
this?
minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay,
so I'm following
so
a
I know
different
that
line
each
now.
door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here.
Is this not
And that in
Euclidean office?
turn
Probably.
means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
What the heck?
So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door
is-
lead us to where we're going?
This is
And since the
about the
answer is
most
clearly
baffling
yes,
logic.
then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
this isn't.
Come, Stanley.
You can't
Our
logic
destiny
your way out of not making a
awaits.
choice like this. You just pick right or left. What the fuck?
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's
They
all one
planned
giant
this.
ending? And
They
we're supposed to
planned this.
restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
After a long time, Stanley
all-
dies.
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget?
Yeah.
Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing. Wall.
I could vandalize it.
Well,
You have any
who
spray paint?
consulted me? Why don't I get to
I'm
decide?
not very good.
Why
but I
don't
could write
I
something
get a
really
say in all of
cool.
this? Is it really?
Like Burt Curtis.
No,
is
it
cool.
can't be. I don't
Top
want it
hats
to
for
be.
life.
I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to
Head of
forget what's
communications
going
is
on.
the coolest guy
I don't
ever.
want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I
No, you
won't
won't.
do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Well, I won't either.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we
Well,
do
according to
it?
this, I've been playing
Did we
for a
break the
little while
cycle?
longer.
The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
Yes.
How would we even
We defeated
know?
the final boss. That
Will
means I've won the
someone
game.
come for us?
Remember when you said I won
Will something
earlier?
happen?
That's what you meant, right?
So,
Will you unlock
Okay.
these doors now? I want to go back to walking in circles.
I guess now we just wait.
I don't
you know,
want to wait.
I suppose
It
in
just
some
looks so-
way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you
No,
agree?
stop, shut
I'm
up!
not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey,
I hate
though they're
this.
always saying that life
Why
is
am I
about
trapped
the
here with
journey
you?
and not the destination.
Why don't I
so
just restart
I hope
anyway?
that's where we are
Huh?
right now. We'll
Why don't I
find
just
out, won't
restart
we?
here?
Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh. Everything broke. The end. Oof. Well, let's see.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself.
Probably about a minute.
Minutes? Days?
No, you
Centuries?
said an hour in the
Did something
intro.
crucial happen while my senses were turned?
No.
He made a note to be more careful with time from now on. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Well, maybe I want to touch every little thing in the office. Ever think of that, huh? I couldn't turn off that solitaire game. I feel so used. Eh. So is everything back to normal? Is there gonna be just nothing now? Are we gonna have to go to the door place and it's like, well, what happens? What's gonna happen? I mean, you know. Oh, okay. It's all back to
When
normal.
Stanley came to a set of two open
guess.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
I guess I could humor the narrator for a bit. Oh,
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
please do not steal. I want to steal you. Let me steal you, please. Jeez. Just gonna tell me that and not let me steal you? Corporate conference room cup. Oh, that's why, because if it exits the conference room, then something bad might happen. Everyone is unique, you most of all. You hear that, guys? You're unique. Well, at least we get to be reunited with our best friend in the world.
Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Vibrating in place. That's what I like doing. Don't worry. I'll be back. Well, I already went downstairs. I guess logic dictates that I had to go upstairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Cool. Oh, wow. This looks nice. Oh! It's another waiting input. I gotta push the button. Nice! Alright. Let's see. Oh, is this the second backup boss's office? Oh no, the panda! Ooh. What is this? Indoors monthly. Time magazine. Graphs. A plotted plant. Books with symbols that are hard to read. And an elevator. Let's just know that I've seen that cursor. What the heck? Ooh, nice. Ugh, alright. If elevator music plays, I am going to scream. Okay, I won't scream. Exits. I don't even know how Stanley got in that office. Climbing through the window that leads to the void. Who knows? This is an awful But I think I'm gonna go ahead and wager against this is probably a place where I can take the stairs. What? That's the biggest waste of time I've ever experienced in my entire life. Isn't that right? What does that say? I am the most expensive boss. What the heck? Well, might as well take a little look around. Ooh, nice and blue. That's actually really nice. No, when I got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely verse. That's a very familiar saying. Extreme bathrooms. Extreme flushing action and whatever. I don't know. I'm not good at improv. Let's see. Might as well.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
But a really high ceiling.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Is someone
What he could
watching?
not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible
Piano?
truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the
piano?
boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Obviously.
2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845. Oh, maybe it's the books. 2845. The bookshelves, right? That's the second one. I just need to find a ladder. The champagne bottles. Well,
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
Yeah.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
yeah, but I could do this.
Two, 845.
I have 800. Nice! Oh, actually went better. 69, 69. Yay! 8, 8, 8, 8, 8.
forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Well, if I have to. There's a generator, there's a lamp, there's boards, there's a guy with a knife. Oh, well, wait, everyone in the office disappeared, so I guess the guy with the knife, who works in accounting, by the way, would have disappeared too. At least there's elevators in this game. I'd hate to have to walk some more. Ugh. Jeez.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Maybe it's
this question would not go unanswered for long.
Well, let's see. Oof, jeez. Well, this was fun. Well, this was fun.
Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and
me.
went back up. Silly me.
I love reading.
Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Yeah, me neither. I can't wait to find out either. Actually, hold on. Let me do something really quick. Narrate. Let's see if that works. Hello. What works? My video camera, of course. My webcam. Let's see. The piano!
Here we are, Stanley.
Exactly
it's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Alright, well, I've had fun. I've had my fun. Well, let's go back into the elevator. Maybe we will go into the corridor. I don't know.
Incredible.
Yes.
Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again.
Me no other
Ladies and
option.
gentlemen,
what am I supposed to
how does he keep
do?
coming up with all of this?
Wow. Because you literally given me no other option, Mr. Narrator person guy.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Well, I don't know. I don't like the look of that pipe.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator.
Yes.
I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time?
Yes.
The suspense is killing me.
It's probably just the bookcase that I really like. 2845. Whatever. Hello. Let's go back up. Look for the grading. What's up here, guys? I'm in anticipation.
Oh my god.
What?
It's the boss's office.
Wow, I can't believe it.
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
So how's your guys' day been going? You guys been pretty good. You know.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh.
I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No,
What?
wait. No, I need more time to process.
Well, good. My day's been good. I did work, took a nap, had a dream that my sleep paralysis demons were pressing against my side in a way that kind of made me uncomfortable.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it.
Cool.
I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Ah, I see. So now I'm a master. Well, Master Burt says that we need to go back down the elevator. Obviously. Because...
Of course.
Can't play
Going back
piano
down in the
so
elevator. How did I not anticipate it?
Well, like I
sure,
said,
now it's obvious, but you have to understand
exits, so what
that
am I
30
supposed to do?
seconds ago,
Nothing?
this kind of thing had never been attempted before.
What am I
I
supposed
had
to do?
no
Something?
frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling
When are you
that has
gonna
grown
stop being
stale and
sarcastic,
repetitive.
Mr. Know-It-All? Huh? I wonder how far I can push it. There's OSHA. It's not OSHA compliant. I'm going back up. I'm not going back up. I'm going back up. It's not OSHA compliant. There's a coil on the ground. We don't know if it's electric or water. It could be a ground
You know
type.
what? I've just thought of something.
Oh,
Hold on, let's
we missed
stop
the
for a
boss's
minute.
office.
Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley.
Oh.
You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator.
How about I just
But the
sit down
suspense,
somewhere?
the agony of waiting and
Hope that nothing
anticipating
happens
and
like
having
the
to
Black
guess,
Mesa.
that's the real thrill.
Whoa.
Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go.
Oh,
it's so
cool.
precious, so fleeting.
Cool.
Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Wow.
There we go.
Why didn't I think of that?
Isn't this so much more exciting? You know,
Yes.
Stanley, it seems like
hate-
nowadays the
I hate
only thing
elevator
that
rides that go
audiences
fast.
want is
Makes
to be
me feel like
shocked
I'm
as
falling.
loudly and frequently as possible.
Which is weird
They
because I
want
live in
big,
space.
explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the
Starting
trust
witty
in the
commentary.
audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the
Yeah.
characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises?
Yeah,
To
why
have to
aren't we?
think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual
you know what? I'm
reveal.
getting bored. Get me off
this
this
is storytelling, Stanley.
Help me!
What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations
I'm
over and
awesome
over.
because I
Truly,
do stupid
mean it.
shit like
this
this.
is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You
That's
see,
how
I
I
want
roll.
stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and
Yeah.
we all know it,
This
which is why
all
we're so
looks nothing like
starved for
Lost
content
Office.
that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley.
Oh, I think I
because
see
you're
the
not
top
afraid to
floor.
spit in the
big
face
is
of
this office
tradition.
building?
You're a role model, you know?
Nice.
People look up
See?
to you.
People look up
Which
to
is
me
why,
because
though
I'm
I didn't know when to
awesome.
spring this
Burt
on you,
we're
but,
talking about
well,
here. This is
I've
Zucker's
gathered a little
the
press
awesome-
conference for you
the
so that
awesome
you can
guy
talk
who
about
does
your
the
work and your
communication
storytelling and your life.
Honestly,
Yes, I know
I don't
you're not
understand why you
much for
guys
the
didn't see it
public eye,
before.
but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They
Oh,
really
yeah.
look up
You know,
to you,
all 6 of my
Stanley. I
subscribers.
don't know if you realize the impact you have on them.
They are-
This is
they
the
are
kind of
exactly
gesture that might
as
leave a
excited as you
tremendous
are.
impact on them for the
Probably.
better. Oh, good, we're here. Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference
Everything.
should be just
This
around
room
the
looks
corner
a little
here somewhere.
too posh for my tastes, but I'm not gonna complain. The world's healthiest human being. That seems ridiculous. Oh, that looks nothing like Elon Musk. Good, because that guy sucks. Anyway, live on stage. Stanley, that guy. I don't know. I think people would want to hear me talk more. World peace, baby. What the heck is a world peace, baby?
Ah, yes, here it
Stanley.
is, just through this door.
Whoa, look at that. Magazine. World's first sentient machine. Wow. What? Doing great. Conversation with Alexander the Great. Wow.
All right,
Welcome,
are you
Stanley.
ready? I've told them you're going to
Stanley
speak a little
Fire.
bit about the nature of
Almonds,
surprise
chair,
in
gum,
storytelling
table, nut
and what it means to craft a truly
I really-
unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be
I-
yourself and
well, I'm
speak
used
from
to
the
speaking
heart.
in front of
I'm,
people.
I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
Congratulations, Stanley. Remember where
Okay,
you came
it
from?
looks
Your
like they're ready
coworkers.
for you. Go get 'em.
Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. Stanley, me, Dad. Age 6 story. Break a leg, champ. My boss wrote me a note, but he's dead. He was gone. He was disappeared. How did he write me a note if he's disappeared? Oh man, you know what? I should just talk about pizza. There's the guy who came up with pizza. If I do a sequel, maybe he might actually, I don't know. Wait, let's see. Well, this is more than 6 people. Way more than 6 people. Where'd you all come from? Hello? Good afternoon? Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. That was weird. So what happened? Did Stanley pass out on the stage or something? Yeah, I guess he did. I would have done that.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Especially since
what could it mean?
I was only
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Received. Oh shoot, is it almost an hour? Well, I don't know. I might have to wrap this up soon. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I'll continue later, but for now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it for here. So let me go ahead and go back to my room, and I can say my final thoughts real quick. Well, that was something. I'm glad I don't work there. Anyway, this is the part where I tell you guys to subscribe or something. I mean, you can if you want. Definitely do that, please. Also, make sure to leave a comment. And join me next time when I wrestle a bear. Okay, I'm not really gonna do that. But it was good to see. It was good to entertain all of you. Have a good night, and remember, Burt is the best.